Hello? Hi. All right, we'll wait for people to show up. I'm back in the COVID room. What's that going on? I'm here in LA. I might as well get some work done. All righty, here we go. Back in the COVID room. Congratulations to Jennifer Rowe, the winner of the Great US Treasure Hunt Los Angeles edition. She found her treasure in Miles Square Park. And we're going to break down all of the puzzles. We're going to tell a little story of how Jennifer was able, with the help of her team, the Z team, to win the second leg of the Great US Treasure Hunt, ending in Miles Square Park in Fountain Valley. But Dave, that's more than 50 miles from the Hollywood sign, and wrong you are. It is 47.5 miles from the Hollywood sign, about as far as you can get and still be in the FMZ. You may not be able to drive 50 miles. You'd have to drive more than 50 miles. But if you're a crow, you can fly less than 50 miles from the Hollywood sign to Miles Square Park in Fountain Valley. 5 puzzles all helped contribute to the answer. We had 5 or 6 different teams show up very shortly after. The solution this time took more than an hour. So unlike the Tony Nicer 24-minute solution, I want to say this was an hour and 10 minutes, maybe an hour and 8 minutes, something like that, before Jennifer was able to discover hidden under the sink at bathroom number 6. We all love those public restrooms, don't we? Public restroom number 6, the big giant 6 is right up there, and that does come into play in one of the clues, especially. But it is a sink that has a stainless steel shield around it, and if you were brave enough to reach up under on the facing side of the stainless steel, that is where the coin was stuck. Jennifer was not brave enough to reach up. She was carefully inspecting the sinks for 2 or 3 minutes. In her mind, there was a nest of black widow spiders. If she were to reach up in there, certainly she would withdraw her hand, and hundreds or possibly thousands of black widow spiders would be crawling up her arm. In fact, there were no black widow spiders. All she had to do was reach up under there. But it was kind of amusing to see her there for at least 2 minutes in the exact spot, not wanting to reach up. She had a phone with her. She had, I want to say, at least 5 or 6 different people on Zoom. Because she showed me the phone broken into many different window panes. And I'm sure people were yelling at her, just reach under the sink. She wouldn't do it. She was angling her phone so that maybe they could see it. The problem is when you're angling the phone like this, it's looking straight up, and the coin was facing this way. It wasn't facing downward. So very difficult to see. If you had simply reached up and felt for it, boom, you would have felt for it. You would have felt it instantly. You would have found it. So it was kind of amusing to see her struggle to find something she was literally within hand's reach of. But she found it, and she got it. Jennifer Rowe, R-A-O. Congratulations. You are the second winner of the Great US Treasure Hunt, the Los Angeles version. And we had 5 puzzles that contributed to that. Let's take a look at the 5 puzzles first, shall we? All righty. Puzzle number 1, as I cannot see it on my screen because I've called up the wrong thing. There it is. There we go. Puzzle number 1 looked to me to be just a list of films about Los Angeles. Now, if you looked at that list of films and thought, what do these things have in common? They're all either shot in LA, LA played a significant part in the film, but you're looking at the initials here. You cannot count ever the word "the" in the title of a film. Otherwise, if you went alphabetically, every other film is called The Something. And here on this list, you had The Rocketeer, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and The Usual Suspects. So you had to, here we go again. You had to throw out The Rocketeer, just throw out the thes. R, Rocketeer, Unbearable Weight is a U, Usual Suspects is a U. You take all of those letters, D, D, E, E, I, T, I, K, N, N, O, R, S, S, T for this. This is a letter that does actually not get dissed. So this is a T, and then unbearable, unusual, U and U. You take a there, and that solution, I want to say, said under, outside, sink, the specific location. So if you had anagrammed that all out, and don't we all love anagrams, you would have figured out it said under, outside, sink. Now let's go on to puzzle number 2. We've all been waiting for it. It's a Polybius solution, the Polybius square. You should all know what a Polybius square is because you've been watching the videos. We put a video out specifically explaining what a Polybius square is. If you have not yet subscribed, you must subscribe. Subscribe right now. Watch the videos. We've explained what this Polybius square is. And here in puzzle number 2, Wikilala, or Wikilala, Wikilala. It's the Wikipedia entry for Los Angeles. And some of these letters have been changed into numbers. If you take these numbers, they will eventually spell out mile square. So for example, the first 2 digits that have been changed are 33. And guess what 33 is in a Polybius? You go over 3, down 3, it's an M. Well, we got this thing going on still. Again, though, let's turn this out around the right way. We love it. All right, not just LA, but Diet Coke. Eventually, that's going to spell out mile square. You're ignoring when it says 2020 population. Ignore the 2 and the 2. The population number 3,898,747. Ignore that. It's only letters that have been altered into numbers that you would use. And a couple of L's are changed to 1s. So if you're thinking, Dave, that doesn't work at all, take a look at the top of the L. If the top of the L looks like that, it's an L. If it's angled slightly downward, that's a 1. So go back and do that puzzle. Puzzle number 2, a Polybius puzzle. It tells you mile square. And we knew from puzzle number 1, under, outside, sink. Now, this is the puzzle that I believed could solve the entire thing. It's the shortest puzzle, but it tells you, it has the most information. It has all the information you need. Puzzle number 3, underwater. Well, the title tells you, where is the coin? It's underwater. Now, you know the coin's not really underwater. So how can you put something underwater without putting it underwater? You can put it under a sink. You can put it under a fountain if you have a drinking fountain. For example, the 4th location of the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt in Asheville, North Carolina, there was an arm that extended over. It was the child's part of a drinking fountain, and the thing was under that. Technically, that's underwater. Today, we found it under a sink. That's underwater. So what about the 27,878,400? 0.36. Any of you math whizzes, again, you don't even need to be a math whiz. You just need to think, well, what's 27,878,400? That's an awfully big number. Get out a calculator and start playing around with it. Because if you hit square root, you'll suddenly get 5,280. That's an awfully big number when you have square root, to have a whole number and no digits afterwards to be something. So that must be significant. What is 5,280? It is the number of feet in a mile. Therefore, 27,878,400 is a square mile, or 1 mile square. A mile square. It gives you the general area of where you're supposed to be. 0.36, that's a square number. The number 6. Again, stupid cough. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. All right, there we go. So 0.36 is 6. Bathroom number 6. That's right. I'm sending you to a public restroom, but of course, you're not going to go inside. You're going to be outside at the sink. Directly under the number 6 were 2 wash sinks. You want to go on the left side, and and that's where the coin was. It was underwater. This one clue gave you Mile Square Park, gave you bathroom number 6, and gave you the fact that it's underwater. You don't want to go into the bathroom. You want to stay outside. It's right there under that sink. This puzzle did it all with one word and 2 numbers: 27,878,436. Let's move along to the word search. Apologies to the Clippers. Apparently, like most years in the playoffs, I've left the Clippers out of this puzzle. So, sorry, Clippers fans. I blundered, did not put Clippers in the puzzle. Doesn't matter. All of the leftover letters said something about a very big park. And so that was the solution to that one. What was it? It was big public park are the letters that are left over when you circle all of those words that are in the puzzle, except, of course, we left the Clippers out, much like the NBA playoffs leave the Clippers out almost year after year. Next, TMZ and Jack Nicholson. All righty, if you were at Mile Square Park, and if you had solved puzzle number 5, TMZ and Jack Nicholson, take a look at those rather lengthy sentences. Starts, not many people know that TMZ actually stands for the 30-mile zone. Blah, blah, blah. We talk about TMZ. In that lengthy paragraph, there are only 2 sentences. One of them begins with N, one begins with E. That does not spell anything. However, the second paragraph, the Jack Nicholson paragraph, there are 6 sentences, and they begin with C-O-R-N-E-R. N-E-C-O-R-N-E-R, northeast corner. So now you know you're looking at the northeast corner. If you solve the Polybius square, you know you're at Mile Square Park. You know perhaps you're underwater. If you're looking at 0.36, that's a 6. Looking for a giant 6, you should be able to find the exact location. We had several teams that did find it. Jennifer Rowe found it. Just late was Sean Cronin again. He showed up there. He had his colorful shirt on. He is the author of Xavier Marks and the Missing Masterpieces. I want to say it's a $10,000 prize on that one. He was 3rd place in Las Vegas. 2nd place. Oh, bing. There we go. 2nd place here in Los Angeles. So Sean shows up just short again, but he was there. 3rd place, we had father and son. Out of nowhere, not professional players. Here come Matthew and Landon. What were their names? Matthew and Landon Benjamin. Just missed seeing the Benjamins, but they showed up just a few minutes late also, Matthew and Landon. And then Max Martin, the one and only Max Martin, was a few minutes after that. He is a Texas resident who moved to California. His parents called him last night and said, "Hey, Max, are you available to go on a treasure hunt tomorrow? Because there's going to be a treasure hunt tomorrow." And he said, "If I'm close enough, I'll be there." He was close enough. He didn't quite get there, but he was on the tail. So that was 4 solid teams that were at the location. And I want to thank 3,000 entrants. Last week, we had 2,000 people entered. This week, we added another 1,000 players. So you guys beat incredible odds. Jennifer, beating incredible odds, grew up literally, I love to say literally, but she literally grew up across the street from Miles Square Park, not only across the street, but across the street from the street that we were on. I think it was Warner. She pointed and said, "Yeah, I used to live right there." So another great coincidence from the great U.S. treasure hunt. All right, we're going to take a bunch of questions from chat. Where's Kessler today? Kessler's in Hawaii. He's scouting locations for the great U.S. treasure hunt. If this ever makes it onto a real TV show, just like Pinocchio wants to be a real boy, maybe Kessler hit a coin today. I don't know. He might have had something with him. He was out scouting some locations. He may have tweeted something, not tweeted. He may have texted me a special picture earlier today, and we may be able to share part of that picture with you guys later. There might be a coin in place already in the Aloha State. Hold on just a second. Let me take a quick drink. Oh, that's good booze. I mean, Diet Coke. All right, here we go. What do we got? Let's take a look and see if we got any questions from the chat. Bing bong. Nobody. Oh no, can nobody hear me? Oh no. There's no type in the chat. Does that mean there's nobody typing in the chat? Oh, have I been talking for 15 minutes and my mouth has been moving with no? Oh, someone says I can. Just literally nobody wanted to do questions because I was apparently explaining everything without questions being asked. All righty. Rodney can also hear me. Fantastic. All right, then there's no questions. It's over in 16 and a half minutes. Way to go. CZ Shred, once again, is in the chat. They just don't have any questions. They're quiet and polite, and they're listening. They're not sitting there typing away. That's fantastic. Love the, I don't know what I love. I love whatever it is that is. Yeah, yes, we can hear you cough. Can you hear that? You couldn't possibly. That was a cough button. All right. What else have we got going on? All right. We're off to Austin, Texas next week. Now, here's the thing. The Z team includes Nancy Zitko. That's where the Z comes from. Folks, we can't keep doing this. You must beat Tony Nicer and Nancy Zitko and her incredible crew. Jennifer had her phone. She had 6 or 7 different windows open. I couldn't make them all out because it was very glary out there. But I'm sitting on a bench, again, a quarter mile away, so that, people can't see me and go, oh, the coin is right nearby. I've got my head down. I don't have the hat on. I do have the shirt on, but I'm hiding. And I hear this coming from my right side. Oh, I can kind of see out of the corner of my eye, a lady I don't recognize, never met before, but I can hear her. And here's what she says. Yep. Okay. I see Dave. There he is. And, when I see Dave, I look up and she says, without breaking stride, she says, hi, Dave. Yeah, I'm going to find your coin in just a minute. And then she just keeps going. Okay. Yeah, that was definitely him. And she was off. She was off looking for the coin. So there you go. Yeah, I see Dave. There he is. Okay, hi, Dave. I'm going to find your coin. And just never slowed down. She was focused. She was on a mission. She was also a quarter of a mile away. She was not exactly in the right place. I immediately looked back down. I'm not going to, give her ideas of where she was, but she had 6 different people on the Z team, and they were, steering her. She got to the place and found the thing, and, the rest is history. But people, we can't let this keep happening. Tony Nicer is going to be in Austin next week. He's got his whole crew at home. The Z team, clearly, somebody is going to, from the Z team, is going to be in Austin. We must defeat them. I can only make the puzzles. You guys got to solve them. Get a team together. People were so close. Now, I don't think Sean Cronin's going to be there. Him with his cool shirt. It's like a comic booky sort of shirt. I think he probably drew the shirt and then had it specially made for him, made out of his own drawings. But he can't be in Austin. So he's finished 3rd. He's finished 2nd. I don't think he can finish 1st because he lives here in LA. He was specially in, he was in Las Vegas specifically to play. I don't think he's going to be in LA. So he's out. Matthew and Landon were so close, and they finished third, but they live here. They're locals. They're not going to go to Austin. Max Martin, now he's got family, but it's not in Austin, Texas. It's in Houston. So Max and his family will probably be playing, but they're not in the Austin area. So we got to do something. You know, buckle down, get a crew together, get an Austin crew together. It is gonna be tough to beat Nancy Zitko, who technically is now a repeat winner, just like Tony Nicer. They're both technically winners because they were part of the Solution crew. Tony is the first person and still the only person to find two different coins. Jennifer was not part of the finding of the first one, but definitely part of the solution. Okay, we got the cough coming again. Hold on, going to cover you up. Stupid cough! Begone with ye, begone with ye, begone with ye. I banish you. That's an old medieval spell that occasionally the witches would bring out to drive the homunculus that they believed lived inside your stomach when you were coughing, and they did, you know, spells and stuff like that. You never know. I've modern medicine I've given up on. I've got an array of pills which can get rid of this cough. Tested negative, got the negative test, but still with the cough. I don't like the cough. All right, what do we got? Marty Red says, I love treasure hunting. I love trying to solve the puzzles, but I literally suck. That's okay. You put 5-6 people on a team, they all suck. It doesn't matter. They can come together and win, like the Mets, like the Clippers every once in a while, but not really. Like the Angels once won a title. Yeah. All right. What do we got? Jennifer will be interviewed by Chrissy Mayer. They're going to set that up. We will have another little fun show put together with all of the puzzles. We brought a drone, so we're going to have some drone shots. We're going to have the interview. We're going to have full explanation of all that stuff we've got coming up in Austin in only 6 days, because I'm fully healthy. Why not do in 6 days what we did this week in 8 days? 8 days was too much time. Even with COVID, we rallied, we put on a hunt, and it was successful. So definitely can do it in 6 days this time. And I'm going to hang around here for another couple days. So technically 4 days we have to put on a hunt. It's not like I've got all the puzzles done already. All the puzzles are already done. But we figured out the email thing. We're running like a fine oiled machine, except for the chest cold and the homunculus and all that stuff. All righty. Once again, thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, you better shoot them up right now, because Coffin Dave, coffin, get it? Coffin, like coffin, and then you end up in a coffin. Hold on. Oh, that's good. All righty, what do we got? Any questions? Throw them out there. Keep typing. Marty, don't put the laughy cry emoji. That's not good enough. You gotta, no questions? Okay, if there's no questions, here comes the end. CZ Shred said, take care of yourself. Here comes the end of the stream. It's coming. 23 minutes. Wrapped it up pretty quickly. Here it comes. Last chance for questions. Yeah, I did that last time, and I don't think anyone bought that it was actually a freeze frame, just like no one bought it this time. All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming in. Get all your friends to subscribe and blah, blah, blah. And we'll stay tuned for next week's show. It is Saturday, not Sunday. So it's this Saturday in Austin, Texas, a 50-mile radius from the state capitol building. Will we only be a few miles away like we were in the first hunt, or are we going to go almost 50 miles away? We've established that we can go at any range. Just because we say we're going to be, near a point does not mean we need to be really close to it. We could be very, very far away. All righty. Rodney, thank you very much. Eleanor Blast, which puzzle was the right one? They all worked. I think that puzzle 3. Okay, here's some inside baseball. I'll tell this story and then we'll be done. As you probably know, we're pitching this as a TV show and have been for a while. We had all 50 states already finished, and the puzzles are much more difficult for the TV show version, although some are easy enough. Some are a little bit extra difficulty. Then there were some bonus locations. Miles Square Park was a bonus location. We had planned it as a 13-episode series. We were going to do all 50 states and then 12 bonus locations, giving you 62 total locations. Miles Square Park was a bonus location. The only puzzle that was going to come out for not the only puzzle for California, but the bonus location for California would have been puzzle 3. It would have said underwater, and it would have had the number, and that's it. No northeast corner, no Polybius Square, no outside look under the outside sink, because this is a show where we're intending to, if you got a big time sponsor, you're not going to do it for $1,000. It's going to be a $10,000 treasure hunt, a $20,000 treasure hunt. Because if you had 50 locations times $20,000, that's $1 million. So you could say 50 coins, 50 clues. I'm sorry, 50 states, 50, I forgot my own pitch. 50 states, 50 coins, 50 clues. I can't even do it then. Take 2, 50. Take 3, 50 states, 50 coins, 50 clues, $1 million. The Great U.S. Treasure Hunt. There, I got it on take 3. All right. So if you're doing $1 million treasure hunt in 50 states, you need $20,000 per location. Well, who can handle that? Ford can handle it. Hilton can handle it. Walmart can handle it. The fine folks at Starbucks can handle it. They can host the show. They can put up the prize money. That's the idea. Then you also have some bonus locations. This was one of the bonus locations, and that was going to be the only clue. Just the number, which we've established was 27 million and change. Once again, I've called up the wrong document. There we go. Puzzle 3, underwater, 27,878,400.36. That was going to be one of the bonus puzzles. So we've burned our bonus location for California. We'll have to come up with another bonus location. We've burned it. What can we do? We've also burned our Las Vegas clue. So we're going to have to come up with another one if the show ends up on the air. And there we go. That was some inside baseball. I rambled way too long for that. What do we got? Team Z includes Beth and Nancy. Yes, I know. This is a two-peat. People, we don't want Beth and Nancy and Tony to keep winning. We love Beth and Nancy. We love their playing. But come on. Anyone else? We got 3 million people, and you can't beat Beth and Nancy? You can't beat Tony? You can do it, guys. Everyone else who isn't Beth or Nancy or Jennifer are part of that whole team. Apparently, there's a Bradley involved. He was trying to weasel his way onto the show and get interviewed by Chrissy. I put a kibosh to that. I was like, I don't even know who Bradley is. What, was he in the pane? Was he one of the guys in the window pane? I don't want to see him. I saw Jennifer down there. That's who I want to see interviewed by Chrissy, not Bradley in the window. Oh, I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show. Weasel, Bradley the Weasel. So we don't want one of those people to win next week. I mean, it would be okay because the rules are the rules. And that's basically anyone can win. Who am I to say no, they can't win again? But the problem is now people watching this are like, oh yeah, Dave just texted the answer to Bradley and Nancy and Beth and Jennifer. I didn't. Please, anyone else, anyone, Austin, Texas, now is your chance. Rise up. Take down the juggernauts that are the two powerhouse solving teams, the Nicers and the Z team. You can do it. Giant Slayers, I need you to show up in Austin. We're going back to one puzzle of significance. We'll still have 5, but one will be significant. Austin's our home turf. Me and Jeff. Jeff's in Hawaii. He might not even come back to Austin by next week. I might be doing the whole thing by myself. Again. Although my sister was there. She got out of the house. COVID boy, whose room I stole and loaded it up with COVID, he was there. That's my nephew. My niece was there. My brother-in-law was there. So it was fantastic. They were all there too. They can't be with me in Austin, so it'll probably be just me because Kessler can't be bothered. Anyway, everyone, please put your thinking caps on. They look like dunce caps. They're thinking caps. We must take down the dreadnoughts that are the Nicers and the Z team. We need another winner. Now, here's the thing. One of our other winners is from Dallas, Lauren Roberts. She teamed up with Nicolette over in Nashville. Lauren could be teaming up, and she could be another repeat winner. We can't have that happen. We need a new winner. Okay, let's do that. New winner. All right, there we go. Eleanor says, I only got home from work at 5 p.m., so didn't even get to see until an hour ago. Oh, Eleanor, what are you doing working on Saturday? Okay, next week, we're doing it back on what are you doing working on Sunday is what I should say. On Saturday, next week, call off work. You know where to be if you're in Austin, somewhere within a 50-mile radius of the Capitol. That's where we're going to be. Defeat the Nicers, defeat the Z team, who we love, but we still, it's like watching, who is it that we love to watch win over and over and over again? Let's say Rafael Nadal. Oh, he wins over and oh, we love Rafi. You know what? Every once in a while, someone should beat this guy, right? We don't want Rafi to win every single tournament. When Tiger Woods is winning over and over and over, every once in a while, maybe someone other than Tiger should win. So that's what we've got right now. We've got the Tiger Woods and the Rafael Nadals of the treasure hunting world. That's the Nicers and the Z team. And one of you's got to be a Phil Mickelson. Step it up. One of you's got to be a tennis name that I don't know. Let's go. Let's get in there and solve a puzzle. Go down and find that coin. I know you can do it. You can do it. All right. And Eleanor Blast says, New York is mine. All right. Well, luckily, New York is so tiny that it's going to be easy to find a coin in the midst of Gotham. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Matthew's in the chat. Matthew and Landon who are here. Matthew and Landon who showed up in third place. Matthew Benjamin, thanks for the note to Landon and the word search book. Lots of fun. Thank you guys, Matthew and Landon, for coming out. I wish you had won, quite frankly. That would have been a much better story to have the father and the son working together and they win. Instead, no, we've got the behemoths, the monstrous team. They're like the Yankees. It's like the Yankees and let's call it an NL team that wins all the time. No, let's call whoever it is that wins all the time. It's like when the Nicers and the Z team win, every once in a while you want a Matthew and a Landon to win. That's what we're rooting for this next week. Let's have an upset. Everyone loves an underdog. That's what we want. We want an underdog team to win next week. We love the Nicers. We love the Z team, but let's go underdogs. Get your thinking caps on, solving pens ready to go, and let's have an underdog winner next time. All righty. Thank you very much. Oh, Jen's in the chat. Jen Rao, thanks for the super fun day, Dave. Thank you very much, Jen, for winning. We'll see you on your interview with Chrissy. That'll happen within the next day or two. Chrissy and Jen are going to get together and do a whole thing. And then we'll edit it all together, and that'll be fun. So thanks a lot. Thanks very much, everyone, for playing. I kid the Nicers and I kid the Z team, but they really are behemoths, and they really got to go. We really need an underdog to win next week because this is just getting silly. We just can't have the same juggernauts over and over winning. So let's go. No more Tiger Woods. No more. I guess Sacramento wins a lot. Do they do that? Yeah. No more Michael Jordans. Every once in a while, a scrappy team like the Angels. They've won one time in 30 years. That's who we need next week to win. We need an Angels to win. Not this season. Never happening. But the 2002 version of the Angels, the come from behind kids, the rally monkeys. That's what we need. We need underdogs. We need rally monkeys. All right, everyone, I've gone way too long. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next week. You got to subscribe. You got to team up with people in Austin and elsewhere. And we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.